He's the frontman for Ukulele Underground, which is celebrating a 15-year anniversary, and he's making lots more ukulele players. Like for real, he's making them himself. I'll tell you how he's doing it. It's Aldrine Guerrero next on the Artist Spotlight. Welcome to the Ukulele Sound Studio. I'm Lina Girl, and we're hanging out with Aldrine Guerrero of Ukulele Underground. How you doing, brother?
Good.
Thanks so much.
How are you?
Oh, you are. This is crazy. This is wrong. Don't shake hands, dummy. How you doing, brother?
Hey.
Okay, now we got to get back in our positions here. Okay, yeah. Okay, hi. You're here from Kauai. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. This is exciting.
I know.
I get to be next to such names as Craig and Sarah and Honoka. Come on, I'm in good company.
What are you talking about, dude? You're legendary already.
I don't know. I'm in my house.
But I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I know it's a little awkward, no ukulele in hand.
I know. I feel a little exposed.
No, that's good because we're going to expose you. Dun, dun, dun. I want to hear all about Aldrine BU.
Oh, BU.
Before ukulele.
Before ukulele. I mean, I've had the ukulele in my hand since I can remember. I actually moved here to Hawaii from the Philippines. I'm originally from Manila, Caloocan City in the Philippines. And before ukulele, when we moved here to Hawaii, my dad, my uncles, they were all part of the church choir group. And we kind of sang worship and stuff. So
you have music in the blood. Even
I
before
guess.
that,
I mean,
right?
worship, music kind of stuff. Nothing professional, but just for fun, for the Lord, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And and I was learning guitar because they're like, we need another guitar player. I was 8 years old, and
we need a guitar player.
I know. I was
this.
lugging this guitar around and stuff. But then when I went to one of the practices, one of the ladies there had an ukulele. And I was like, I'd rather carry that around, She had this 8-string, and I was like, can I try it out? And she taught me surf, and I was like, I'd rather do this, And they're like, it comes in a 4-string too. I'm like, what? That's even smaller than this.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I've always been in love with music. I learned the guitar first, and then I found the ukulele. But prior to doing all the Ukulele Underground, doing the ukulele shows and whatever, I wanted to be a teacher, an elementary school teacher. That's what I went to school for. I went to KCC on Kauai. Then I went to Kapiolani here, heading over to UH. But before I made my transition to UH, I actually had a couple of friends that wanted to start an ukulele teaching website, and I'm like, right on. Where do I sign up? Yeah. So Ukulele Underground kind of started, but we had a website before then. We were working for IamHawaii.com. So IamHawaii.com was this kind of bridge.
Tourism.
Yeah.
Visitor industry kind of
exactly.
website,
So they
right?
wanted all these different kinds of videos, of content, basically. And this was pre-YouTube, pre-MySpace, pre-all that stuff. And
pre-internet?
Yeah. Well,
not that
so.
far.
We were making these ukulele videos for that, and the website was doing okay, but most of the traffic was going to this ukulele lessons kind of thing. And me and my partner Ryan Isaki, and Aaron Nakamura. So Aaron would film it, and Ryan actually, because it was pre-YouTube, pre all this stuff, he had to make his own streaming video player. It was insane.
That's crazy.
And
so much work.
Yeah, it was. He's somewhat of a genius, that guy.
Yes.
So we started doing some stuff for that, and then I guess the website closed down because it wasn't doing as well as they wanted to. The only thing that was keeping it going was the ukulele side. So there were people that was talking on the it was just the comment section. Imagine the comment section of a YouTube video. People were just congregating on there, and they're like, oh, what's the next lesson gonna be, and all this stuff. So we had a small following. So why don't we just make our own website? And that's kind of how Ukulele Underground began. And that's from there, that's kind of where my career kind of just took off. But BU before ukulele, it's almost like I don't know what my life was before ukulele. But
Oh my
I've always
goodness.
had it, like had it in my hand. When I was at school, high school, elementary school, I just always had it. I didn't even bother with a case. I just your chairs had that stuff on the bottom. I would just take my ukulele, I just shove it on the bottom of my chair. It's all scratched up. Nice little prelude that I used to have back in the day. And it was like always with me everywhere.
Oh my gosh, Aldrine, and I'm thinking to myself, those poor children that never got a chance to see you become a teacher. That's okay. They can all learn ukulele, right?
I was, I taught for a little bit. I taught over at Waimea High School. I taught for substituted for the band, over there for the band program. I also, I was doing some hours over here at like Palolo Elementary School.
No way.
I did some stuff there, which, it was an experience. It was not for the faint of heart. Let me just tell you that much.
Oh yeah. I give it up to every single teacher.
All the educators out there. You guys deserve a lot more credit.
Absolutely.
Okay? And I wanted to join their ranks, and I'm like this, and that's kind of how I thought of it. If I can make it here, if I can do this, then I can teach anywhere. And then like the pitch that Aaron and Ryan kind of gave me, it's like, yeah, but the whole world will be a classroom. I'm like, that sounds great. That sounds awesome. I don't have to.
They're exactly right. Because I think whatever skills that you've learned, thank you so much, KCC, Kapiolani, which is the other KCC, and UH. Thank you guys so much, because you guys set this guy up to make a huge difference in the ukulele industry and in the ukulele instructional world. I think that you take a lot of that skills with you, because I've seen other instructors, and I'm not knocking them, not dogging them, but you just have a very fun way of teaching. It's very matter of fact, very fun, very clear way of teaching with Ukulele Underground. And probably one of the biggest things that I love to brag to people about is what you do with that 15-minute or 30-minute coaching session live one-on-one. That must take a lot of your time. I'm just kind of thinking, you've got thousands of subscribers and you have 30 days in a month, right? How do you make that happen?
Well, we do it first come first serve. That's mainly how we do it. We do it on Mondays and Tuesdays. We do it from 9 to 3 or 4 o'clock. It depends on what. So I'm just there sitting. Every 15 minutes is a different student. So either you get it or you don't. But not everybody can kind of come in that time frame. But I know a lot of people that plan their day around that, that private lesson. But it's great because the website basically does all the work. Everything that you want to learn. If you want to learn a song, if you want to learn technique, you want to learn, the workshop kind of thing, it's there. I kind of become their guide, where they'll just show me oh, this is what I've been working on, and they'll get a hands-on, almost, digital hands-on. I'm I will take a look at your form and tell you how you can make that better, what kind of note choices you can make to make that song better, maybe voicing kind of thing, with the chord, whatever they need help with. So it becomes almost tailored to each student. Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know, I guess it's from my elementary school teacher days, but I know each one of my students, and I know exactly where they're at and what they're working on.
And I love that you can help them one-on-one to level up, because I got to tell you, trying to learn in a group setting, especially music, it's the teacher is going to hear the person that's making the biggest noise or is making the biggest mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So if you're just kind of that in-between kind of person, you're going to get overlooked.
Yeah.
But the one-on-one sessions on Ukulele Underground, I think, are brilliant.
Oh, thank you so much. It's great, and it allows me to get to know the students and the subscribers. It's people who are who are paying for the service. So it's kind of I want to get to know this person that's supporting us as a website, as a teacher, as an ukulele player, because they must have heard about the website through listening to me play or whatever it may be. I just want to be grateful and show my my gratitude towards each and every person. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So in the 15 years of Ukulele Underground and in the many years that you've played, can you share with me one of your most favorite experiences on stage? Because I tend to think that because you do so much online stuff, I don't think a lot of people get a chance to see you in full performance mode. And I have heard this comment so many times about you, Aldrine.
Oh, yeah.
Is they're like, oh, who's that? Aldrine. Oh, I don't know. I never heard of him. Walks up on stage, plugs in, bling, 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 and then you just start to play, and they're like, oh, what did I just experience? I mean, to be able to see you perform like that, because that's not how we see you. We see you as an instructor on Ukulele Underground and as a goofball. You and your crew, right? You, Aaron Kahai, right?
Yeah.
But then to see them see you step up and perform like that. So what was one of the most,
Just one.
mind-blowing? Oh, okay, 3, 5, 10. How long is this video? One of the more meaningful experiences of you stepping up on stage and just jamming.
I'll give you a couple. Yeah. So the first one, I mentioned that I'm from the Philippines. Like I did a show in Mall of Asia in the Philippines, and
you went back home.
I went back home, and that's awesome. In Manila. So I'm just like, it's great to finally have a homecoming kind of show. You know, like I've always considered, and I still do consider Kauai as my home, but it's like my birthplace. So going back there and playing those songs, I played a bunch of songs in my own language. I played some Tagalog songs. It was really, really, really a special moment for me.
And did you have family there?
Yeah,
to see
so
the
my family came down.
performance?
Yeah, so they're just like, oh, we didn't even know you did that.
Like, so you're not a nurse? Yeah. Nah, just kidding.
It's my night job.
That's your night job. Night nurse, get it? I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah.
So that must have been very meaningful. Going back to the roots.
Yeah, and I mean, another one, you were there, is actually the Ola Kaina concert. To me, that was very, very,
Hawaii
very meaningful.
Theater.
The Hawaii Theater. I mean, Hawaii Theater, a small kid from like Caloocan City in Manila playing at the Hawaii Theater, you know,
Iconic.
like. And I wanted to like kind of do layers upon layers, so I did Purple Rain because I'm from Kauai, like just representing that purple color.
I sang Purple Rain with you.
Oh
now.
man, yeah,
I was your practice before you got there.
it was magical, and you know, like just being surrounded by all of these ukulele musicians who are now my peers. It was amazing. It was a great feeling. Yeah, so that to me, iconic as it gets, because it's Hawaii Theater. You know.
Yeah. All right. now. Aldrine has his ukulele in hand.
Okay.
What would be the most Instagrammable shot for you? Like where would Aldrine be standing anywhere in the world? Boom, take that picture and your Instagram would blow up. What's the most Instagrammable shot?
Well, there was one moment I was in Japan actually, and we were doing the ukulele picnic, and at that time they were trying to break the record of like most ukuleles being played at the same time.
Thousands of people are here. Thousands of people. でこれが通れないと失格になっちゃうんで、いくらかかっても通れるように皆さんしてください。認定員の方、通れるようにしてください。横に。だから横一列、そう横一列。
Let's break the record.
ちょっとウクレレ持ってみて。
So it was seriously like a sea of ukulele players, and I was on stage, and I just followed Taimane Gardner, and you know she's super dynamic, and I'm like, what am I gonna do to like stand?
You don't know
to
ballet.
Stand out. I was wearing the right dress. I don't know what I was doing wrong. But you know, I was just like, something needs to happen. Like something needs to stand out, and just for some reason, I'm like, I'm gonna use this mic stand as a slide. So like I started sliding my my ukulele like on the mic stand to do this. You know, like how you do with a glass slide. And the crowd went nuts. So like just the sea of ukulele players and me on stage like sliding my ukulele. I think that would be the most Instagrammable shot.
That's amazing, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
But you know, we're talking about Instagrammable shots of your whole career. You still got lots more years left.
Oh, yeah.
And I did introduce you as someone who makes ukulele players, and I meant that because on Ukulele Underground you teach, but I also meant that like physically you're making players. Tell us about that beautiful baby and that beautiful baby coming.
Yeah, so I have a baby girl. I call her my baby still, but she's 5. She's about to start kindergarten soon, but she loves the ukulele. I mean, from the moment she was born, she's been hearing ukulele, of course, and from the moment she can just like close her hands, I'm like, here's an ukulele, you know, here, let her touch this.
And she's taken to it.
Yeah, she loves it. She loves it. I mean, I can't pick up my ukulele without her like, oh, Dad, can I try? I'm like, I haven't even played a note yet, you know, and she wants to grab it from me. She has her own ukulele, and she loves it. We also have like pianos and guitars in the house, but ukulele is what she gravitates to.
Music.
Yeah, she loves it, and you know, she's been up on stage with me like a couple times by choice. Like I don't even tell her to do that.
She steals the show. She steals the
I know.
show.
I gotta be more aware of like where she does that, just so that I don't lose my job. You know.
Thank you very much, Ellie.
But it's amazing because like on the way to the gig, because it was we played pretty early. We played 3 to 5 on Wednesdays over at the Oasis on Kauai, and she's usually at school because she ends school about 3:30 with her preschool, so she never really gets to come to the show, you know. But when she was on her break, it was like summer break, and she's like, "Oh, like Dad, you know, can I come to
hang with you,
yeah?"
Dad?
I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, whatever." And in the car on the way to the gig, she's like, "So what are we playing?" I was like, "What?" And I swear, she's like, "Oh, can we play this song and can we play that song? Can we play Lava?"
She had a set list.
Yes. I was like, "What?
I love that girl.
What? Are you kidding me?" I was like, "She's like, okay, Dad, we're gonna play this, okay? Just call me and we're gonna do this." And it's like every dad's dream, but at the same time, every dad's nightmare. We're like, oh my God, this kid has no shame.
But
In a good way.
But
in a good way.
she did a beautiful job.
She
right?
did great. She sings from the heart.
Yes. Oh, okay, I know what that means.
Nah, she's awesome. She's adorable. She's developing her musical sense and her ear and her voice and stuff. But she just loves performing, and that's really all that I could ever ask for. Like I want her to make those decisions for herself. Like I'm not gonna okay, well I'm gonna take you to my show and you're gonna sing this song, whatever. She's the one doing that, and that's what I'm most proud of.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome, brother. Okay, so are you ready to play an ukulele song for us?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do with my hands.
Awesome.
Now I can finally put these things to work.
So just off the top of your head, favorite ukulele song. Ready, set, go.
Guava Jam.
Guava Jam.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Aldrine Guerrero playing Guava Jam with his mouth. Ready? I knew he could do it. Love you, brother. Thank you so much
I had
for
it cocked
hanging
and
out
loaded.
with us. He was ready. You need to see more of this, and you got to check out Ukulele Underground. ukuleleunderground.com for all of your incredible lessons. And, I love the free content as well. You guys do the Aloha Friday Jam still.
Yes.
And that's at the YouTube channel. You guys have all of those awesome play-alongs. You love to hang out with so many different artists, singers, other instructors, and I love all the great stuff that you guys are doing.
Yeah, the one thing about ukulele is it just brings everybody closer. And
does.
if you see another ukulele player and you go up, hey, what are you jamming? That's a 30-minute conversation already.
Boom,
so
done.
Anyone with an ukulele, I'm here. Let's jam.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ukulele Underground's Aldrine Guerrero. Ba, 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 ba.